Hello and welcome. Now it's Scano. I am thankful you are well. Welcome to the Salamanca City Central School District Native Services presentation. Some interesting facts. The city of Salamanca is leased from the Seneca Nation. Our district is located on Seneca land, the Allegheny Territory, Ohio, beautiful river. We work closely with the Seneca Nation in many ways. Their organization offers many resources for our students, families, staff, and community. Our district is almost 50% Indigenous students. We have students who represent the Haudenosaunee of New York State and Canada to the Kainai and Athabascan tribes of Alaska, and many in between. Our Native American services offer support for our students, families, staff, and community. An overview of our Native services includes Seneca language and culture in pre-K through 7, and in the high school grades 8 through 12, Seneca 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We offer Indigenous Studies, Seneca History, Native Crafts class, Native American Literature. We have a Seneca Studies Honor Society. We have a Native American curriculum team, professional development for staff on Seneca language, culture, traditions, and history. Seneca Nation Education Department with academic tutors, social workers, Seneca language staff, and the Seneca Nation Departments of Medical, Dental, Optical, Behavioral Health, Crime Victim Services, the ACC, and SELC. Michaela Redeye is the Native American Services Program Coordinator. With any questions that you may have, you can go to Michaela. We provide many services for our Indigenous students and families. The Native American Curriculum Team works with our teachers and staff to coordinate our Native American curriculum into our classrooms and everyday environment. This team is comprised of Gabrielle Papa, Miss Andrea Cook, and Rachel Wolf. As I said, we provide many services for our Indigenous students and family. Each student is assigned a family school liaison. If you want to know more and you're not sure of your student or your family's family liaison, you can go to the Native Services page on our school website and you can find your family's liaison. If you're still not sure, you can actually email familyschoolliaisons@salamanca.ny.org, or you can contact Michaela Redeye. Stephanie Vogel, Jennifer Childs, Becky Hill, Carrie Federico, and Paige Papa are Native American liaisons. Other notable people in the district are Erin Miller, the Title VI Project Director. Title VI is a federal grant that the Salamanca City School District applies for annually, and they get allocated funds from the government to provide supplemental services to the Indigenous students in the district. Erin works closely with the Indigenous Parent Committee, as well as the Seneca Nation, to maintain this grant. Here at Salamanca, we offer extraordinary, unique variety of personal supports, culture-related academic trips, and local cultural presenters, authors, artists for Indigenous students and programs. Any questions about this, or if you want to be involved, you can go to Erin Miller. Karina Lingenfelter is my Brother's Keeper Mentor Coordinator. In our respective buildings, we have many staff that work with our students and teachers. At Prospect, we have Catherine Rogers, the Native American Social Worker, Megan Cooper, an SNI Enrichment Coach, Jonas Lindgren, SNI Enrichment Coach, and Miss Brett Kennedy, the Seneca Language and TA teacher for Prospect. At the Seneca building, we have Sarah Jimerson and Abe John, who are both SNI Enrichment Coaches. We have Kaya Pierce, the Seneca Language TA teacher, who works with our Seneca students in grades 4 through 7, and Kaylee Abrams, an SNI Enrichment Coach, who floats between all of the buildings. In the high school, we have Miss Kim Kane, an SNI, Native American Social Worker, Miss Amy Crowley, the Native American Social Worker, Pat Galante and Kim McCauley, who are both SNI Enrichment Coaches in the Native American Tutoring Room, Carolyn Peterson and Ashley Beauvais, who are both Native American School Counselors for the high school. We also have a variety of high school teachers that teach classes Larry Wheeler with Indigenous Studies, Inez Gilson, who teaches Seneca Language and Culture in Seneca 1 through 5, Brooke Kennelly, who co-teaches Seneca History with Miss Rachel Wolf, Brandee Kinney, who teaches Native American Literature, which counts for ELA 12, and Brianne Breezy Krause, who teaches Seneca Language and Culture in Seneca 8 and Seneca 1, and Lori MacArthur, who teaches Native American Crafts. If you want any information about our curriculum teams, our resources, our services, you can always go to the school webpage and look for Native American Services and Curriculum. Seneca Language and Culture is given to students pre-K through 7 and also students 8 through 12. Students can choose to receive New York State Regents credit by taking Seneca as their New York State language requirement. In our schools, Brooke Kennedy, Kaya Pierce, Breezy Krause, and Inez Gilson teach Seneca Language and Culture. The Seneca Nation Education Department provides the district with Seneca language teachers that come in and either co-teach or teach Seneca Language and Culture in grades pre-K through 7. Our language programs provide students with a foundation and pathway to continue their language learning in order to become proficient speakers and listeners. It is used district-wide by staff and students. Our principals greet our students in the Seneca language on our morning announcements in all school buildings and when we depart. A traditional and formal speech, the Ganonyok, is recited by students at all formal school and community events. We have Seneca language and cultural pictures, signage, and posters posted around our school and in the classrooms. We have gorgeous murals painted by community members in all of our new construction, and it's amazing when you walk through the hallways. Salamanca District Seneca language teachers have been an integral in making real changes in New York State teacher certification pathways and in the New York State World Language Standards revision. Pictured above, you can see the high school Seneca language classes actually working and teaching the pre-K from South about traditional cooking using traditional methods to make the squash and berries. And you can see our high school students on the upper left and the Selk students on the upper right. Pictured below is storyteller Leora White working with 1st, 4th, and then 11th graders, and Halsey Jimerson, the adult immersion Seneca language teacher, presenting to the 7th grade, with Aaron Miller joining him. Our high school courses, Indigenous Studies, is for grades 9 and 10, and it offers students an overall view of Indigenous history and topics that occur in Indigenous communities. Seneca History is for high school students in grades 11 through 12, and it expands upon the Indigenous Studies course by focusing on Seneca and/or Haudenosaunee history and how history has impacted Indigenous communities. We have Seneca Studies Honor Society at the high school level, which is an extracurricular group that recognizes and honors students who have chosen to focus on Indigenous language and history classes, clubs, and community service. We also offer Native American Lit, which is a high school level course for grade 12 English. It is an introduction to Indigenous storytelling, both past and present. This course helps students understand that Native American literature reflects and celebrates the culture, history, and contemporary issues of Indigenous people. Students do a research project based upon Indigenous topics, which address the loss in the past and the healing in the present or future related to that topic. And the Native Crafts class, which is a high school level art course based on senior level or teacher recommendation, where they do beadwork, basket making, moccasin projects. Projects that were upcoming this year were clay, corn husk dolls, quill work, ribbon shirts and skirts, and potentially traditional foods. You can see that our school reaches out to community members for not only singing and dancing and presentations and storytelling, but also teaching students how to incorporate into the contemporary world, like Sierra Parker teaching students how to make cornhusk arrangements in Mrs. Kinney's Native Lit class. In Seneca History, a yearly field trip takes students to various locations, including the Faith Keepers School, Onaville Marina, the Kinsler Dam, Corn Planter Cemetery, and the site of the old Tunesasa Indian Boarding School, providing them with a deeper understanding of the lasting consequences of the dam on the Seneca people. They also visit Old Fort Niagara to explore the pivotal involvement of the Seneca, Haudenosaunee, and the French and Indian War and the American Revolution, as well as the lasting effects these wars had on the Haudenosaunee after the establishment of America. The NAC, the Native American Curriculum Team, collaborated to create the Indigenous Studies Standards K-12, has been endorsed by the Seneca Nation and approved by the Salamanca City Central School District Board of Education. This team works with the curriculum integration in staff and with classroom teachers. They work with science, art, and the library, history. They bring in Indigenous authors, cross-curricular integration, interactive presentations, traditional song and dance presenters, and content-specific resources and training. If you are interested in anything that the Native American curriculum team can offer you, or if you want to know more, if you want to discuss ideas with them or discuss professional development that you personally are interested in, or your team or grade level, please reach out to the NAC team and they will reply very promptly. Here are just some things that they have done previously with the 6th grade, and you can see Miss Gabrielle Papa working with them in the bottom middle picture. You can also see her with the 5th grade team to integrate culture into social studies and science in this wraparound unit of how energy flows through food, web, and science. There's professional development, intro to the Seneca languages. There's a Seneca language barbecue with a historical and cultural tour, the Ganonyok, the Seneca creation story, peacemaker stories, Gario and the ceremonial cycle, cultural appropriation versus appreciation, Seneca women in history, the Seneca Revolution, black ash basket making, pottery, human rights. If you can think of it, and if you are interested, the district is here for you. This is a picture of braiding sweetgrass that was cross-curricular for the 8th grade team. This is the first annual Seneca History and Language Barbecue, and the pictures you're seeing are from Faith Keepers School. So how can we help you? Content-specific PD for teachers working to integrate curriculum. It could be book studies. Okay, we've done braiding sweetgrass, Iroquois corn, Firekeeper's daughter, Mine Spread Out on the Ground, Ellie Parker, The Night Watchman, and an Indigenous Peoples History of the United States for young people. But there is so much more. Resources that you can go to are salamanca.ny.org. You can look at senecalanguage.com, sni.org, or the Seneca Museum. You can also follow Salamanca CSD Native Programming and Services on Facebook. I highly recommend downloading the app on your phone even, so that you can integrate vocab and you can work with the NAC team, the director, or any of the staff members. If you have any questions, you can reach out to your mentor and they can point you in the right direction, and they can help you get hooked up with the person that you need to continue your professional journey and help your students. Thank you.